What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
There is nothing more interesting than a period drama or movie series. Well, maybe there is. I don't know what you like, and I'm not going to dictate to you what you like, but personally, I find period movies interesting. Most especially if the said historical drama does not only focus on the romantic hues of the period. I say this, but Downton Abbey, A New Era, brings us to France, wherein we might witness the newlyweds' honeymoon. Wonder who that might be. Spoiler, the couple's a widower and a maid. Downton Abbey is one of the most well-known historical movies and drama series of our time, not to mention how the first movie events took place 2 years after the end of its 6th season, which was released in the year 2015. And when they announced the second installment for its movie adaptation last February, boy was I thrilled. But what is more exciting than the movie itself? The behind the scenes, of course. Here's what Downton Abbey 2 really looks like behind the scenes. As I go on with my excited rambling about the movie series, I think it would be best to lay it all here. Beware of spoilers. Go watch it before viewing the behind the scenes, silly. Okay, let's start. Before we get into heavy detail about the behind the scenes of Downton Abbey 2, shall we refresh your memory? Well, darling, even if you don't want to, I'm gonna. Downton Abbey the movie follows the Crawleys and their fearless staff as the family is readying themselves and their manor with the visit of the Queen of England herself. Royalty has decided to grace the Crawley presence, which is probably the biggest and grandest event the residents will ever host for the year. And yeah, this has to be the best, or the manor's best at the very least. But then again, why would the Queen herself visit if Her Highness doesn't think of the Crawleys as a one-of-a-kind family?
Until recently, filmmaking was largely confined to the studios, but now the process has opened up. Abel Gance's Napoleon?
Not to mention how the Queen and King decided to stay with them for the whole night. Well, the answer is that the royal family may not have an out-of-reach connection with the elites, the Crawleys, not when the Queen's royal attendant, Lady Bagshaw, is the cousin of, you guessed it, or maybe you didn't, Lord Grantham, and is Robert's closest male relative. A distant connection, yes, but hey, there is one. With this in mind, his mother, Violet Crawley, truly believed or anticipated that he will be the one who will inherit from the Bagshaw. Spoiler alert, Lady Bagshaw does not want him to. This is maybe where their family drama starts, or maybe tensions have been going on for so long, if you know what I mean. In addition to all this family drama, surely there is more. If you may be wondering what can you add for historical drama to be a bit spicy, other than that obvious rivalry for properties and inheritance of the rich and elites, well, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. A fun little rivalry among the servants, of course. What a way to spice it up, right? This may not be as historically accurate, but you never know. You weren't born that time now, were you? Alongside the excitement of the Crawleys comes the obvious anticipation of their manor staff having the opportunity to serve the royal family. Not any royalty, but the Queen and King themselves. However, you wouldn't expect the royals to travel alone now, would you? Of course, they'd bring their own servants, and to be ahead of them, the Crawley manor staff may or may not have tricks up their sleeves. Like drugging the main chef to be able to cook for the Queen and possibly sabotaging even more. Yeah, it does sound bad, and it is, but I guess desperate times call for desperate measures, which brings more drama. Not to mention the ending of the first movie, the revelations that will surely be expanded more in the next movie, Downton Abbey, A New Era. As the title may suggest, there will be changes within the manor. The most awaited sequel, Downton Abbey, A New Era, premiered in cinemas on April 29th of this year, and although there was alleged news regarding the main cast being incomplete for the sequel, fans were relieved to know that wasn't the case. I was one of them, of course. The main cast was perfect for the series. The change will kill me, and that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
What does it say?
Violette, mon adorée.
What is the sequel about? Well, before we sum the plot up, again, spoilers are coming your way. Look out. Back to what I was saying, the sequel presents you yet again with another set of drama and crisis that the Crawleys will face, but celebrations were in it as well, one of which was seen in the trailer, and that was the wedding of Tom Branson and Lucy Smith. But we'll not spoil you anymore as it's a must-watch movie, and giving you all the details may not give the movie justice, so let's jump on what happens behind the scenes. The cast was divided into two groups, one set going to the Côte d'Azur in France France and the other staying in Yorkshire's Highclere Castle, where Downton is located in the film. The Highclere Castle was then designed to present a jazz age where the family stories continue, and with the additional drama the family seems to have experienced every time. In this sequel, however, Dominic West, Hugh Dancy, and Laura Haddock were bound to join the Downton family. They expressed their joy and excitement in doing so and thanked everyone for the big opportunity the sequel has brought them. Laura Haddock even went to the extent of being spellbound as she enters the infamous movie set. Who wouldn't be? The set was gorgeous, to the point that I can feel the eliteness oozing from the screen. So being there physically must have been quite an experience. Spoiler alert, the actress had to calm herself down multiple times. Bringing you in with the experience of the cast in France, Laura Carmichael, who portrayed Lady Edith, was the one who needed to quarantine for 2 weeks. And boy did she have fun. She even expressed her sympathies to those who were not part of the movie cast that was set in France, as she told the press that she had a wonderful time. The crew as well. Although they had fun in their own way with the sceneries and the set itself, the crew and the cast themselves expressed their resentment with some of the scenes, most particularly those that were filmed within the dining table. As you all may know, food within a movie set isn't edible, but that does not mean that they don't take forever to set up. Maybe it even needs a little more time than preparing the real ones. Hugh Bonneville, who portrayed Robert Crawley in the movie in the drama series, stated that the dining scenes were notorious to film as they were not only time-consuming but tricky to film right as well. In addition to what he said, Elizabeth McGovern, who played Robert's wife, told the press that it could take hours to set one meal scene, which can wear off the stamina of the production crew and can interrupt that concentration within actors whenever they are in character. Oh yeah, she also said they're quite boring. In addition to the props and the set being harder to set up, acting that you were eating from all angles is hard as well. McGovern had shared, in order to get that perfect shot of a meal scene, one has to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Jokes aside though, the actress shared that ironically, not to eat or act as if they are eating, but at a slower pace. Why, you might ask? Well, she had stated that if you really eat at a certain angle, you have to do it at all angles. If that is not the worst thing an actor had to do, then I do not know what is. Imagine eating one particular food for, I'm guessing, 6 to 8 angles. Would you be fine? Well, because I surely wouldn't. Being in show business sure needs some skills, don't you think? Well, that is it for the behind the scenes of Downton Abbey 2, or better known as Downton Abbey: A New Era. See you in the next video.